Egunon, everybody. Hello, welcome to my daily Euskara practice. Today, I am working on some more exercises, of course, like I do every day, trying to learn Basque, the language of my father. Today's exercise, I really appreciate it. It's going to be right here in my coursework for the Basque class that I'm taking, and it's pretty much just fill in the blank. We have like a word bank of verbs, I think, that we have to add to this paragraph. So a lot of the studying that I'm doing to learn Basque is self-guided, and that means it's a lot of like reading activities, writing activities. So most of the Basque I'm learning right now is just from reading it, which if you're trying to learn how to speak a language, like maybe having some more spoken practice would be more helpful or better, I don't know. But I'm a very visual learner, so I really appreciate being able to see the words written out, because I've been listening to my dad speak Basque my whole life. Like, I've heard Euskara, I know what it sounds like. Doesn't mean I understand it. So I appreciate all this written work. So I'll read out for you the word bank that we're going to be working with, and I need to figure out what these words actually mean. So this is really just going to be an exercise of me basically trying to translate what these sentences are from Basque into English, and then finding the appropriate verb for the context. I had a thought before I turned on the camera, actually, that I would look so much smarter. I would look so much better in these videos if I read the paragraphs ahead of time, if I maybe did the translating ahead of time, if I did all of this work ahead of time. But while that might make for some easier viewing, maybe a little less boring viewing, I don't know, I think it's really important to be authentic and actually I'm documenting my struggle here. So you're gonna be watching me struggle, and that's okay. So the word bank, the words that we're using, of course, if you've been following the channel, you already know, but if you're new here, I've been working on present tense verb conjugations to the endings that you use on verbs when you're talking about habitual behaviors or routine things that you usually do, instead of just I don't know the names of verb tenses in English, let alone Basque, but that's the conjugations we're gonna have here. So, edaten, I know that means drinking or to drink, because edan is drink. Egiten means to do, comes from the verb egin. Joaten means to go, from the verb joan. Okay, so we have 3 joatens in this word bank, so that's going to come up a few times. Okay, now the next few verbs, I think I'm going to have to look them up, because while a lot of this sounds so familiar and I've been studying Basque long enough that I've come across these verbs again and again and again, it doesn't always sink in. So I'm going to look up geratzen is the next verb. I'm guessing the verb is geratu or something, but I don't really know what that means. So I'm going to go to Elhuar Histegiak that a lot of you guys recommended to me, and type that in. It's an online Basque English, Spanish, French translator dictionary. And that's saying the verb geratu means to stop. So geratzen, stop. Okay. What else we got? We got isaten. I'm guessing that's from the verb isan, to be, so being. And then pasatzen comes from the verb pasatu, which I don't always know what that means. I think it's like Spanish pasear, but I don't really know how it translates in English, so I'm typing that in here as well. Pasatu says to pass, to happen, to cross, to turn. Okay, that's probably why I can never remember exactly what this verb means, because clearly it means a lot of things. But I usually see it in my homework here in the context of to pass, I think you'd say it more like in French and Spanish, but to pass the time or to have a good time is pasatsen. And then we've got yaikitsen, which the verb is yaiki. I've seen that before. I think it means to wake up, or to get up, but I'm just going to type this in to double check. Yes, so yaiki, and by extension, yaikitsen means to get up. So like, I think it's like in the mornings, like to get out of bed, to rise, it says. Okay. So, ser egiten dut is the name of this exercise. So what does that mean? That means, what do you do? What do you usually do, I guess? Every time. It's very important in Basque to look at the ends of the words. Ser egiten dut. Dut. With the T tells you that it's actually first person singular. What? Yeah, first person, that's me. So I'm saying, what do I do? Okay. So the sentence, or the first sentence. Jakin nahi alduzue nolakoak diren nire asteburuak? Question mark. Okay, so let's break it down. Asteburuak, the last word there, nire asteburuak, so that's my weekends, okay. And then, I struggle with really understanding question formations. Nahi, I know means to want, so nahi dusue, like what do you guys want? Nola koak diren, nola koak. Nola is how. I'm not sure what that means. I'm guessing like, what do you guys want to do this week? I don't know. So I'm going to just punch this whole sentence into Google Translate because I don't know. Oh, no. I was very wrong. So Google translated that to mean, do you want to know what my weekends are like? Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go with that. So then we've got bada oso normalak blank dira. So bada. I'm not sure. Every time I see bada, I think bada bing. But I know it's an actual word in Basque, but I never really know what it is. It's to answer a question. But I think it's like, okay, normally, or like very normal. Something about like, this is very normal for me. But I have to put a verb in there. I'm not sure. Already, first one, doing well. Not sure on that first blank what verb is supposed to go there. So I'll just keep going and hopefully, narrow it down and we'll come back to it. So the next sentence, nik larun bat eta igandean ez dut lanik egiten lantegian etxean bai. Okay, so let's see. Saturday and Sunday, I don't do any work at the office, or lantegian at the factory, I guess. Etxean bai. But does that mean like at home? Like, yes, I do work. Okay. Etxean lan asko blank dut. So in the house, like at home, lan asko, like a lot of work, blank dut. So I'm guessing this means like I have a lot of work or I do a lot of work. I'm going to guess it's do a lot of work because the last sentence said like doing work, like egiten as the verb. So I am going to say, etxean lan asko egiten dut. All right, then we've got batzuetan aspiradora blank dut, besteetan baskaria prestatu. Okay. Batzuetan, I don't know. Bat is one. I don't know. Aspiradora, I don't know this word, so I'm going to put this into Elhuar, but I'm guessing this is, what's it called in English? A vacuum? I think it's a very similar word in Spanish. Actually, this is really annoying. I typed in aspiradora into Elhuar, and it's telling me that is actually a Spanish word, and it's giving me the Basque translation for the Spanish word. So, okay. So I guess that's just a little Spanish word that snuck into my Basque homework here. Okay. So I'm doing something with the vacuum cleaner. I'm guessing I'm using it. And then besteetan baskaria prestatu. Okay, I'm getting some sort of a meal ready. Gosh, why I never remember My breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bascaria. Is that breakfast? No. Euskalduna is breakfast. Bascaria lunch? I'm going to put that into Elhuad just to be sure. I think it's lunch, right? Afaldu is dinner. Yeah, it is lunch. Why did I doubt myself? I do know my meals, okay? It's Euskalduna, Bascaria, Afaldu. I think I get confused because like my dad uses different words that are very similar to these words, but I think it just throws me off. I put into Google Translate too, batsuetan, it says it means sometimes. So I guess sometimes I use the vacuum cleaner and then beste etan, what does that mean? But something about I get lunch ready. Beste etan. Oh, Google Translate is saying that means like other times. So if batsuetan is sometimes, beste etan is like other times. Anyway, so basically I have work to do at home, and the work that I do at home is sometimes I use the vacuum cleaner and sometimes I get lunch ready. Okay, so what is the verb that goes with using the aspiradora? That is the question here. We've got drinking, no. Doing, I already used that one. Joaten, to go, I don't think I go vacuum cleaner. Isaten, I don't be the vacuum cleaner. I don't get up the vacuum cleaner. Do I pass the vacuum cleaner? Pasatsen? I mean, of all my options right now, that seems like the best one, so I'm gonna go with that, but like, not confident. We can come back to that later. Then we've got baina dena es da lana. But all don't have work? Dena, all, every. No, sorry, not have. Es da is. So, but not everything is work? Is that what that means? Larun bat goizetan alabekin igerilekura piscinara blank nice. Okay, so I think this is a list of places that I go. So Saturday, goizetan, I think that's like morning? Yeah. So Saturday in the morning with my sister, alabekin. I don't know what igerilekura is. I'm guessing piscinara is piscine, which is the swimming pool. But let me look up igerilekura, because why not? Let's learn some things while we're here. That's what we're doing, right? Igerileku is the root word here according to Elhuad, and it says swimming pool. Wait, what? So is piscinara not swimming pool, or are they just using two different words to mean swimming pool? I don't understand. Oh, okay. So again, Elhuad is telling me that this is a Spanish word. Anyway, so igerilekura and piscinara, we have the ra at the end, which is telling me that like we're going to these places with my sister. Anyway, so blah blah. I'm gonna say joaten, nice, because I think at this point, yeah, it's a location that we're going to. It's not something we're doing. Han igeri egiten dugu eta gero aperitiboa hartzen dugu. Okay, so there, I guess we do swimming. I'm guessing that's what igeri means. If igerileku is like the place of swimming, I'm guessing igeri is swimming. So there we do swimming, and then we have a drink. We have an aperitif. Then nik ardua blank dut eta alabek mostoa edo ura. Okay, so I have some wine and my sister drinks mostoa. No. And my sister mostoa or water. Is mostoa the like non-alcoholic like grape juice you guys drink in the Basque country? Again, Elhuad is telling me this is a Spanish word. What is this? What language am I even learning here? Honestly, it's fine. I'm learning Basque and I'm making progress. So, what's the verb here? Nik ardua blank dut. So something, I'm going to say edaten because I'm drinking a wine. Edaten dut. Okay. Then what happens? We've got arachaldean in the afternoon, batzuetan, which I just learned means sometimes, mendira blank gara. So I'm going to say this is another joaten because then we're saying in the afternoon, sometimes we go to the mountain. Then we've got beno, eguraldi ona egiten badu egines gero. Wait, what? So beno I think is like a Spanish way of being like, well, if the weather is good, egiten badu. If the weather is good, then we go. Then we do. Anyway, I'm not sure. Eguraldi chara egiten badu, comma, etxean blank gara, edo zinemara joaten gara. Okay, so then if the weather is bad, if there's bad weather, etxean blank gara, I'm guessing again, do we use joaten? We go in the house? Hold on. Is there any verb that meant like to stay? Geratzen means to stop. I'm not sure. I'm going to say joaten gara here, etxean joaten gara, because then it says edo zinemara joaten gara. So like logically it makes sense to me that it would be the same verb. I like to think they're not trying to trip me up on this, but who knows. Batzuetan donostiara joaten gara, erosketak egitera. Okay, so sometimes we go to Donostia, erosketak egitera. Okay, I'm not so sure about the suffixes on that, but I think that means to go shopping, to do some shopping, because you have eroshi and you have egin, I think. Yeah, so Google Translate is telling me, yeah, that does mean to shop. Okay. Beste batzuetan jatetxera joaten gara afaltzera. Okay. Beste, what does it mean? I always think of this in the context of beste bat, which is what people chant at concerts when they want an encore. So I think beste means like another or other, because bat is one, so like other one. So I guess sometimes other times maybe. We go to the restaurant we just said afaldu was dinner, so like to have dinner, I think. Hemen, what was that? Hemen yateche asko dago eta onak gainera. So here there are a lot of restaurants and good ones, gainera, like as well, on top, besides that they're good too. Igandean berandu blank gara. Oh, berandu, late. It means to be late, I think. Yeah, I've seen this recently, come on. Igandean, so on Sundays, I'm guessing this means Sundays we sleep in, we get up late, and the verb for that was jaikitzen gara. So we get up late on Sundays. Okay. Udan hondartara joaten gara. In summer, we go to the beach. Neguan herian geratzen gara. In winter, we stop in town. Herian. Then we've got umeak heriko plazan jolasten dira. I think that means the kids play in the town square. And then it has a colon, so I think these are the activities they do. Patinetean. No. Yeah. Patinetean. Patinetan. Chirinduan. So that's confusing to me. I've learned recently that something patinete or whatever, that has to do with skating. So I think we have two different types of skating happening here. Patinetean and patinetan. I'm not even gonna try to figure out, is it roller skating? Is it ice skating? I mean, you wouldn't be ice skating in the town square. Roller skating, skateboard? I don't know. And chirinduan, I think, is riding bikes. Okay, there's more. Igande arratsaldean goiz blank gara etxera, hurengo egunean lanera joan behar dugulako. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Sunday afternoon, goiz, is that Early? I think so. Or morning? Something earlier in the day. So something of, do we go home early in the afternoon? And then hurengo. Hurengo. My teacher is always saying hurengo, which, what does it mean? Is it like next? If she's watching this, I'm sorry. Yeah, it does mean next. Okay, all right, I'm picking it up. So next in the day. Oh, because, okay, we've got lako or whatever at the end of the sentence. This is new for me, so I forget that means because. So I think we're trying to say that Sunday afternoon, like we go home early because the next day, like we have to go to work or we have work. Yeah, no, Joan behar. So we have to go to work. So what's the verb here for going home? We've used 3 joatens here already, which means to go. So maybe one of those was wrong. Because otherwise, what do we have left in the word bank? We have geratsen, which I looked up, said to stop. So maybe I got the wrong definition for that, or like the wrong context for that, and I'm confused, which is very possible. And then what else do we have left? Oh, and then, okay. So we have 2 left that I haven't used yet. Isaten, like to be, I think, and geratsen, to stop. I don't think either of those work in this context, which tells me maybe I got one wrong. And if you are a Basque speaker and you've been following this, you already know which one I got wrong. I'm sure you're screaming it right now. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for a second. Wait, are we done with this story? No, there's more. Okay, focus. And then it just ends with Getasuk seregitan dusu ashte buruan. Okay, it's just asking you, what about you? What do you do? Okay, so now for the fun part. Let's go back to the first one that I skipped and see if maybe I can figure that one out. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. So the first one was Bada osho normalak blank tira. So now I know the context. We're talking about, I guess, a very normal weekend is what I'm about to describe. So I said we've got geratsen left and we've got isaten left. So isan, to be. Could you say like this is a very normal thing? Yeah, let's go with that. What do I have to lose? And then that leaves geratsen, which, let me just look it up again on El Huar. Maybe I wrote down the wrong definition because there was, I think, a lot of translations for this one. Okay, it says to stop or to stay or to remain. So let's go back to the sentence. Igande arachaldean gois blank gara etchera. I wouldn't say Saturday afternoon we remain early at the house. I feel like we're saying we're going to the house. So that means maybe one of my joatens that I used before was wrong. I'm just going to look up the teacher's edition, make my life a little easier here, and let's see where we went wrong. Because, like, for simplicity's sake, if I did this on my own, I think it would take me another 20 minutes. I don't want to have you sit through that. Okay. So the answer for the last sentence, it is saying that I have to be using joaten gara here, as I suspected. So let me go back and try to figure out where I went wrong. Aha! I found it. It was when we were talking about the weather. Eguraldi txarra egiten badu, etxean blank gara. That makes sense. So if the weather's bad, we stay home, or edo cinemara joaten gara, or we go to the movies. So my logic on that one of, cinemara joaten gara, they use joaten, it must be right. No, because we are geratzen gara. I mean, that was redundant. I said we are staying in English and in Basque, but okay, geratzen gara, we stay home. Okay, I mean, that's okay. Honest mistake, I mean, right? Maybe. You know, even though I got a little confused there, I'm impressed with myself. I feel like I'm getting faster at these things. I feel like comprehension is getting easier. I feel like overall I'm understanding a little more, a little quicker. Even if I don't know the definition and translation of every single word in the sentence, like based on context, I think I'm getting the hang of figuring out what sentences mean overall, except that first sentence messed me up. I needed Google Translate to help, but that's okay. Baby steps, a little bit of progress. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, please subscribe to the Hello Basque YouTube channel and like this video. And let me know in the comments if you're learning Basque, like where are you at? How's it going for you? What are you using to learn Basque? And I also have linked in the description below this video another video I did walking you through where you can find a free online course for beginners to learn Euskara, the Basque language, for you to check out if you're curious. So, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Gero arte!